whole market, but there's our pattern here where the type 1 established itself last week, came back down. We wrestled. If you look at the last session, I think it was last week, last Friday, we were kind of wrestling, or maybe it was last Tuesday, where we were wrestling. Was that the exact type 2, or did we need a retest? And I was saying we needed a retest, and we did hit there. Hold on one second, folks. I think we're good there. So now we've actually made it not only back up to our target 2, which is what you want to see, but we're at the hop level of that ABCD. So final part of that is we triggered an HSI arrow. We are shy of the all-time high. We did not break out. I want to keep an eye closely on what this does here, because if it goes back into some more consolidation, then you're not going to get the anticipated move that I think a lot of people are looking for at this moment. You're not going to get anything until we come back down and generate at least another oversold on both amplified and HSI. Really important to be mindful of what Ethereum is doing. I've been saying for the last at least week or two that this is, probably the market that leads you higher or no. I mean, it's not, the rest of the market does not look constructive, folks. And I think I need to start expressing those sentiments, and I don't care where we are. I think we need to start thinking about what if this does not continue. I don't. Let's watch it here. There's BTC, and again, I don't even think it's about BTC anymore. Like I said, I think it's about Ethereum. Let me pop up total market cap. I think total crypto market cap is, this is the other thing that's, if you don't see progress here, forget it. And I mean, talking going into the end of the year, by year's end, if you're trending lower, which I'm concerned because the last few sessions here have been not constructive. If anything, you should be really rocking through. Look at the crypto pattern that we talked about. It's perfect type 1, type 2 conditions here. At a minimum, we should be seeing this thing explode. Why? Because it's doing the type 1, it did the type 2 return. Let's walk through that. Again, here's a perfect example where the pattern, the reaction, the HSI of what we expect are all the clues are there. That this is only a reaction where there's terminal bar at your D point, and check out what happens. You have that micro terminal check back right here. So even there, you still had 3 bars, and that's a 4-hour chart. So that triggers it. You didn't have any confirmation there, but where was your confirmation? Yeah, almost, but amplified did. But you're still reaction territory. So look what happens. You go to target 1. Why target 1? Because that's the definition of the pattern reaction completion objective. That if you can achieve that, folks, listen, I know there's like a whole bunch of trading that also took, you go this whole sideways move, but check it out. Look, if your job is to capture segments, well, that's a heck of a segment, and the best way to do it is an automatic strategy at target 1. It's again, I think that has to be ingrained in people's minds of type 1 reaction, type 2 reversal, but the only way to capture that is to be there with a limit order. We see it so many times. If you want to try to hold on for more, great, but if you're on a type 1 reaction on a harmonic pattern and you don't have, and you capture it, but you're not going to put your limit order at target 1, you're going to miss a lot of opportunity. It's really important to understand that there is kind of a skill that you got to develop where you have to respond to the numbers. The software is going to kick it out, and you work with the software, you're going to see these dynamics over and over again, but you have to respond to the numbers. You have to, at this point, until I get it totally automatic, you have to respond to these levels. And even if I had it automatic, you'd still want to know what you're doing, and you'd still want to be able to respond to the numbers. That's the strategy. That's the plan. But this one comes back for a secondary test that we talked about, I think last week. But what happened? We got rejected a second time. We had two tests here on target two. So the return dynamic right here, that's to be expected. You come up, hit target one, retest. That's to be expected. That's the harmonic return. Whole thing happening within 30 bars. But we have a secondary kind of a further retest all the way down at the hop here that was the practically the exact low. Hop being harmonic optimal price level. There's your floor, folks. And I would say that is the floor for how we measure our frameworks and utilize the pattern structures kind of as like a, I don't know, stair stepping mechanism, if you will, to be at least giving, if this is if there's a stock to flow model, well, this is the Scott to flow model because I think we have to demand certain performance. I can't just blindly say, okay, 98,000 folks, that was supposed to happen in November and it's 56,000 and going down. Okay, it was only off this time one time, but maybe next time we'll come back to it. And with that, that kind of thinking leads to not just bag holding, sack holding, getting completely sacked, and so again, I don't. I'm not going to buy that argument. I'm not going to buy the stretch out. Let's stretch out our cycle forecast so that it fits our model, so we can buy ourselves more time. Really critical to be strict on this make break scenario. And that's total crypto market cap. That makes sense that you have that 1618 correction off of the top. It's have a just a nice down move 1618 sideways. Okay, now let's start building it back up. I'm fine with that. But Bitcoin needs to participate. Ethereum needs to demonstrate serious leadership, and then these others like Solana and Luna have to continue. That is absolutely those are facts. So I think crypto, we have to pay attention to it because if this thing doesn't, if it lays an egg through the weekend, I'm serious. If this lays a giant dud and Bitcoin's, if it's under 55,000 by this weekend, I'm gonna have to think that people are probably going to bail out on positions come year end and reassess in January.